Good evening, comrades, friends, humans, aliens. I've been reading a lot about aliens lately, and I just feel like if they're gonna find a channel, they're gonna find my channel. Hi, what's up? How are you doing? Welcome back to Fox's Best Laid Plans, the planner channel that is apparently, in my mind, quite appealing to terrifying aliens. Hi. Hi. This was a busy, also stressful. I put anxiety in my planner because it happened, and if you don't write about it, then you don't celebrate it. If you don't celebrate your anxiety, then it's just a roommate who lives in your brain, rent-free. Actually, they charge you rent. That's what they do. So, cool. Had a good week. I'll talk about some of the good things about the week. Had a stressful week. Might talk about some of that too. You will notice I don't have any candles out tonight like I usually do. That is because we have had a vague smell of natural gas because apparently on, what night was it? I think it was Wednesday night. Yes, it was Wednesday night. They're doing this construction work out front to replace our lead line, which I've talked about. And on Wednesday night, or Wednesday afternoon, they hit a gas line that they didn't know existed. That the gas company didn't know existed. It's not connected to any of our houses because none of us lost any kind of, they didn't have to turn it off, nothing, but it has vaguely smelled like gas outside of our house. It smelled very much like gas that night, and then it smelled vaguely like that for the last couple days, so I'm just like, we're gonna hold off on candles for a few days. Sadly, because you know I'm all about the candles. But anyway, planning this week of Monday, December 14th through Sunday, December 20th in my Gooseby Twins planner. Tonight is Sunday, December 13th. I'm gonna try, I'm already missing like the entire first half of the Steeler game because I ran out of time today, but that's fine. So I'm gonna try to, once I finish this, edit it during the rest of the game. But I'm using this winter Christmas kit from Cat Cafeteria Planner, and it's got bunny rabbits on it and snowmen, and it's fucking adorable. So cool. Let us dive into the planning. That's what we do here. We plan things, and we drink wine, and we pet dogs. That's how this planner channel goes. Why I think that's appealing to aliens, I don't really know, but I just have this feeling. You know, you get that feeling sometimes about a thing that maybe space aliens would be like attracted to your YouTube channel. You know that feeling? So, okay, the reason I've been thinking so much about aliens is because number one, my mom is obsessed with that TV show, Ancient Aliens, and so I have to hear updates about it all the time from her. This week, she was telling me what the old gods used to eat and how that relates to human sacrifices. It was a great conversation. I suppose, according to Ancient Aliens, the old gods were actually aliens. That's my understanding of kind of what she was telling me, but anyway, the real reason I've been so aliens on the brain is because we watched the Heaven's Gate docuseries on HBO. So, oh my god, maybe Heaven's Gate is not your favorite cult, but let me tell you, it is my favorite cult. It is. It is the cult that got me interested in cults when I was a teenager. It happened when I was about 16. It was like, maybe I was 15. It was like the end of 1997, beginning of 1998. It was Easter 1998, so I would have been almost 16. I would have been 15 and a half. Yeah, right. Okay. So that like makes total sense, right? When that comes out, like, and you're that age and you're like the weird goth chick, of fucking course you're gonna be like, whoa. And it was so, I don't know. Okay, so Heaven's Gate. if you don't know Heaven's Gate, all right. They were a cult that started in the 70s by these two people, and they went by the names T and Do, T-I and D-O, T and Do, like the Do Re Mi song from The Sound of Music. And they believed that the human body is they called it a vehicle, and that our true selves are these space aliens. And so when you die, you will shed your human body vehicle, and you will take your space alien form, and you will be lifted into a spaceship, and you will go home to heaven, which is outer space. right? So not only was it a cult when I was almost 16 and really into like The Cure and Nine Inch Nails and very goth, it also had to do with spaceships, which is just fucking cool, okay? Right? It's just, it was like the perfect, I don't know. It was so interesting to me when I was a kid. And it was creepy too. That was like when the X-Files were really big, and so like, I don't know. But it was on TV, so okay. I think I've talked about this on here. Maybe it was in a vlog. I was a kid when Waco happened. Waco was 1993. Okay. So I was like a kid. I was like 11 when Waco happened. And that was like, okay, so obviously I was born a little bit after Jonestown, so that wouldn't have been something on that I remember. And I have no memories whatsoever of Waco, even though I was like still the weird kid who was kind of obsessed with death at age 10 and 11. But I just really I don't have any memory of it at all. It's the weirdest thing. So we've like kind of decided that my parents probably recognized that I was gonna get weird and obsessed with it. I'm trying to think when I was in 3rd grade, because I was like really got obsessed with death. What is this really happening on my... In 3rd grade, we read Bridge to Terabithia. Spoiler alert, if you've never read Bridge to Terabithia, cover your ears for a couple of seconds here. There's a death in that book, and I was obsessed with it. I was like, I thought I was gonna die. I was really into the Iceman, that Nova special from that time, and I think that must have been around the time of Waco, and I think my guess is that my parents probably just like played reruns of the news for 3 weeks so that I didn't see anything about Waco, so I have no memory of this. So here I am, 15 years old, and Heaven's Gate happens. So, okay, wait, so what happened? What had happened was, not get ahead of myself here. So they believed that you were a space alien and you were gonna go home to heaven on the spaceship. Home to heaven, which is in outer space, on your spaceship, right? So in the late mid-90s, there was this comet called Hale-Bopp. And it was a big deal because it was coming like super close to the Earth, and everybody was like pumped up about it. And like I was always really into like space and creepy stuff and the planets and stuff. I went to summer camp at the planetarium, you know, like you do. I'm a weird kid, y'all. I'm still a weird kid. So they thought that there was all this talk, like, and I guess it was conspiracy theories, now I'm looking back on it, but like I remember it being like on the news, like on the regular news. There was this talk that the Hale-Bopp comet had a companion with it, which was like this other, either another smaller comet or a spaceship or a UFO of some kind that was like with Hale-Bopp comet. And so Heaven's Gate believed that one of their teachers, T, who had died in the 80s, was on a spaceship, and that spaceship was the companion of Hale-Bopp, and they were coming to Earth. They were passing by Earth to bring all of the people from the Heaven's Gate cult. That was they were going to exit, and they were going to exit their earthly vehicles, and they were going to become their space alien versions in heaven, aka outer space. And it's so fascinating, and it's such a weird and interesting idea. Like, so I was so obsessed with it, and it was on the news constantly. And what else was weird about it was that they showed the bodies that they found. Basically, so all 39 of them committed suicide. I don't know if I covered that. It was a mass suicide. They all committed suicide in the same like 2 to 3 day period with the thought that they were going home. And I gotta fucking focus on making a planner here, Fox. Come on now. So they committed suicide, and 39 of them. And they actually, when they discovered the bodies, it was like a former member that they told, like, hey, by the time you get this, we'll be gone. Go and alert everybody and get our bodies. So it was on the news, like they were showing the dead bodies in the compound where they were living, and it was like, it was just surreal. Like, in the news at that time really sensationalized it a lot and made like fun of it, and I don't know. I was like obsessed with it and trying to find out. And this is when you had the internet too, so like you could, and they were very, very big on the internet, and their website stayed up after they all died. And so I was like obsessing about reading their website and trying to find out what was going on with these people. You know, like, I don't know, it was just like, I have like that kind of obsessive personality about stuff. When I get interested in something, I just can't like put it down. I have to just read more and more and more. And that was what happened with this when I was a kid. Well, they've never done a documentary on it until now. It just came out on December 3rd, so I highly recommend it. It's on HBO. It's 4 1-hour long episodes, and it's super good. And what I love about it the most is that they interview 2 former members who like who got out of the cult prior to the mass suicide, and they interview the family members of a number of people who did die in the mass suicide. And I thought the show did an excellent job of being very compassionate, and the documentary didn't sensationalize any of this in any way. They didn't mock them. They didn't like make, they had like cult experts and people who had researched this specific group and other cults and everything, but nobody was like really like, they were like a little bit judgmental of the leadership and the way that they manipulated the people, but they were not. I thought it was very kind and compassionate and understanding of the people who were in the cult, which I feel like I find myself fascinated. Okay, you thought I was going to be planning and I'm talking about cults. I find myself fascinated by what draws people to cults, and so I thought this did a very good job of explaining why these people got interested in this, how they got drawn in, and I thought it was very respectful of them, which I thought was really good, because sometimes you get these documentaries that are like, whoa, like for example, for Jonestown, for years, until this year, until we watched this one specific documentary, I thought everybody, it was like, the phrase drink the Kool-Aid. I thought like everybody did that willingly, and it was a big, people talk about that in that way. But it turns out like, no, many of them didn't want to do it in the moment. They were trapped. They weren't allowed to leave. They weren't allowed to go back to their families. And then whenever Jim Jones decided it was time to kill themselves, they had no choice and they were trapped. And like, I think a lot of times the news like sensationalizes and focuses on like the weirdness and the like terror of the whole situation. And I thought this docuseries on Heaven's Gate did a really good job of being respectful for the people who died and their family members, or the people who got out and like survived it. So I highly, highly recommend it, and you're probably tired of hearing about it now, so my bad. Hey, so let's talk about planning now that we're done talking about cults. We're never done talking about cults, y'all know me. So, and I just like, part of me is like, we don't really like know that they were wrong. Like, I guess it's possible they could be in space right now, and how would we know, Unless they could, they could have. Somebody who does that has to make a plan that like, if I make it to the other side, I'm gonna come back and tell everybody about it and just let you know, fill you in, I just realized I printed the wrong to-do list. This is from 11:30. I gotta change this, one moment. Okay, I printed the correct one. See, I'm just running my mouth. And you know what I didn't print though? Were like little stickers. Okay, I'll make it do. Okay, so I'm gonna put in my fitness and space for dinner. So here's what I'm gonna do. I do have 7 dinners. These are skinny though. I'm gonna just put these in at the beginnings here. And I'll put this here. Tuesday is a bit of an anomaly. I'm gonna set this up this way and put these at the top of each one. I love how these kits like think you work out twice a week. I'm not putting anything in on Tuesday, and you will see why. I'm gonna just use like other random things. Oh, I just said I'm not gonna put anything on Tuesday, and then I put it in. Getting on a plane, driving a car. I think that's a vacuum. There we go. Okay. And then I'll go in and put stickers over this. Okay. So I don't know what we're doing about food tomorrow. It'll happen when it happens. What else is on tomorrow? So I started, okay, I am gonna fill in my fitness. I started doing a new Beachbody calendar. So I'm doing the 21-day fix real-time workouts, and I did the first one today, and I fucking loved it. It was so fun. It's like, today was like circuits, like circuit-based cardio lifting, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Okay, so what else do I have on here? I have my Advent stuff. Do I have stickers for Advent? I have 4 of them. I liked doing that last week to remind myself. So I'm doing a really good job on all of our Advent calendars. I was behind on Layla's, and it's mostly caught up now. So one more real like fast thing about this cult, okay? What I thought was so like I said, we watched this Jonestown documentary. I will try to look up the name of it, and I'll pop it up on the screen here if you're interested. I'll put up both of the names of these. Actually, there's 3, and there's also Waco that we watched this year. That's really good. But the Jonestown one that we watched, what really stuck with me was like, it was so sad to me because it turned out in the end so many people didn't want to be there once they got down to Guyana, and so many people didn't want to commit suicide when the night came and they were forced to do it. And that made me like really, really like heartbroken to watch. What was sad to me about Heaven's Gate was that everybody who did commit suicide was so invested in it. And they have all these home videos. That's the other thing that's really neat about it, is that there's so much, they made so many videos like on their little VHS camcorders at the time. And they talk about the night before they're going to go home, is what they call it. And the only way I can describe their energy that night is like the way that people get, like, you know, the night before you're gonna go on a trip and you're like, I can't wait to go on my trip tomorrow. And maybe you're like nervous because, well, I have to be on an airplane and it's gonna be scary, but I can't wait for my trip. Like, that's how they were like so invested and believed in this so much. And like, that was sad to me too. But then I was like, well, we don't know. They could be in outer space. And my mom was like, you know what, you're right, because my mom is really into aliens. I don't know why that is. So that it ended up that I just like put on some old episodes of Desert Oracle, which if you don't listen to Desert Oracle and you like creepy stuff about the desert and UFOs and other creepy things, highly recommend that podcast. But I highly don't recommend that podcast before bed. I just was like listening to it in bed while I was trying to fall asleep. And that, my friends, was one of my least great ideas because it leads to weird dreams. Very weird. Okay, tomorrow. Okay, so I have 2 Vlogmas videos, that's 1 and 2. I have some bullet journal stuff to catch up on that I didn't have time for today. I have to call the dentist to figure out the billing situation because I have new insurance that started on the 1st. I have to text Liz about clinics, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then I have to be NPO at midnight, which I'll also talk about in a minute. So, Tuesday, let's get to Tuesday. Tuesday is the day, the dream we all dream of. It's the opposite of that. It's the day we all have night. And I'm gonna have so many alien nightmares. I have to have a root canal. I've mentioned this before. I finally went to the dentist. I have to have a root canal. And I decided to go with sedation dentistry because my anxiety is so bad and my dental pain tolerance is very low. Like, I have a high pain tolerance in general, I guess from years of being a dancer and then a runner, and I'm just like used to like living with arthritis for years and all of that stuff. Normally I have a very high pain tolerance, but when it comes to dental stuff, my teeth are super sensitive. Like, just talking about my teeth makes my teeth hurt. So I'm having the sedation dentistry. So it's a 4-hour procedure. That's the worst looking canal that I've ever lettered. It's a 4-hour procedure at 5:50 in the morning, and then I don't want to do anything the rest of the day. I told husband, I was like, I'm just gonna watch Hallmark movies and lay on the couch. If I feel better during the day, terrific, then go for a walk, whatever. but I'm just betting on myself feeling like crap and not wanting to do anything. So that's the name of the game Tuesday. So I have things on here that say watch movies, and then I have meal plan ? Christmas presents ? Because like if I have energy, I would like to do these two things. I would like to get my meal plan done when I'm off work and I have more mental energy theoretically to think about it. And then I have to like finalize some Christmas presents for my parents, for husband. I need to send them ideas for me. So that's like in the plans. Okay. So Wednesday, so that's why I started, even though like all those Beachbody programs they are Monday start when you do the ones with the calendar. Do I have it here? Yeah. I love the ones with the calendar. I think that's one of the reasons I'm like attracted to these programs, is because I love training calendars. Like that's my favorite part of marathon training, is whenever you get your calendar and you write it in your planner. Yeah, I love it. This is my 21-day fix. So I did today, total body cardio fix. So it's usually a Monday start, but I'm just assuming like Tuesday I'm not going to want to do if I do any workout, it'll be like a walk or something, very low impact. So I started it on Sunday, and then this one that says Tuesday will be tomorrow, and then I'll be back on track on Wednesday on day 3. So that is that. So I put a little weightlifting thing there. Okay, so Wednesday work, then I'm gonna do day 3. And then I have a note here that says it might snow ? We're supposed to get maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow. I don't have anything else planned for Wednesday, so I don't know. Okay, Thursday I have 4,000 fucking things planned. I have so much. Okay, I don't even have an appropriate, I guess I could use one of these. I don't want to use one of these. I'm going to use a half of one of these. What do I do? Groceries, dog walk. So Layla has to go back to the vet because she finished her antibiotics. We took a pee sample in for them to analyze, and she had a ton of white blood cells in her pee. And she had no like bacteria, but she had white and red blood cells. So she has to go for a procedure on Thursday to do like a more intense urinalysis. So I'm not really looking forward to that. It's like the week of medical procedures. All right, so groceries, dog walk, and then LG vet appointment. It's at 1:20 p.m. I don't know how long that's gonna take. And then I'm having my cards read by a planner girl named, well, her Instagram is Swamp Witch. You've probably seen her if you follow planner people. I think she doesn't post too much planner stuff, but she is a planner person. That's how I know her, is through connections in the Planners Gone Wild community. So we're doing a virtual tarot reading at 7 p.m. She's doing like a Wheel of the Year, which I'm kind of excited about. I'm kind of nervous about because I haven't had one done since 2018? No, 2019? 2018. It was 2018. That's right, because I ended the year with a 9 of Swords, and it was a whole thing. So I'm having that at 7 p.m. and then all our regular Advent stuff. Okay, Friday, dogs. Maybe a short run. I haven't run. Ugh. I'm not a runner anymore. It's like bizarre. I'm not a fan of not being a runner. I really liked when I was a runner, you know? That's cute. Oh, I did decide on a planner for 2021. I was between the Gooseby Twins again and using a plum paper planner because I was like, I like the customization option of it. But in the end, I ended up getting like too overwhelmed with the customized options, and so I decided I'm going to stick with Gooseby Twins for 2021, and then if my life is a little bit less chaotic at the end of 2021, then I'll revisit the option of the plum paper. But I did get another Gooseby Twins, and it shipped that day, and it's supposed to be here tomorrow. I ordered it on Friday, and it's going to be here tomorrow. It's like amazing. So that's what I opted for. It was a long, drawn-out decision, but I did it. Okay. So Sunday is obviously planning time. Do my plan with me. Now here's where things get a little dicey, right? Friday I have to walk dogs. That's not dicey. That's a known situation. Danielle would probably murder me in my sleep if I didn't come help her walk dogs on Friday, because she's all by herself on Friday. I don't really have plans Friday or Saturday after that. Saturday, my mom and I were originally supposed to do our pierogi day. So normally we do it, my mom, my aunt, my grandma, husband, my dad, sometimes my cousins or one of my cousins or part of my cousins. And we do like 40 dozen pierogies. Well, obviously this year we can't do that because of COVID. So my mom and I were gonna do just the 4 of us, you know. My dad like doesn't do the majority of it, but he will help and he will be emotional support. But so the 3 of us with the help of the assist from my dad. I didn't put the date on Sunday, I just realized that. I was talking about cults. So that was the original plan. However, with COVID cases going up, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're supposed to all go to Ogilvy together also on Monday the 21st, but I don't know for sure yet. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna do that. So I'm not gonna put anything in on Friday and Saturday. I did put in like basically stuff that I want to do. Our Christmas card should be arriving Tuesday, so that's something we'll have to do. I'm kind of running out, like we did a whole bunch of cool stuff this week and now I'm like out of ideas of stuff to do for Vlogmas. So I'm just gonna write down these items that I have as thoughts. These are, I put them under goals, but they're more thoughts. Okay, so I think even if we decide not to get together with my mom, I'm gonna try to make some pierogies at home by myself because we can't have Christmas Eve without pierogies. But I don't know. We will see. And then I want to put one more thing in here for my other stuff. I guess this should have been, well, you know what I can do? I have a sticker that says, this says notes, and I'll cover that up with a sticker that says to do. Oh my god, I'm like not even trying on handwriting. It's like almost like I had caffeine or something. I'm like kind of all over the place. I really need vacuum after I took out all my decorations because I think there's dust all over the floor. Okay, that looks solid. Make sure I use this little snowman because he's so cute. Look at that. How cute is that? Okay, so that's basically everything. As I said, the weekend is kind of up in the air because waiting to see what we do about the parental situation. So here we go. And Tuesday is up in the air too because I don't really know. My plan is to lay around and watch movies. That's my plan. We'll see. You know I get antsy sometimes and I can't sit still, so it could happen that I'm like feeling good and I am up to doing life. We'll see. We'll see. It is my first and hopefully last root canal, so just putting these on here to cover up the vacuum and airplanes that are actually on there. Okay, I think that's all that I had for like little stickers to add in here. So we got some open spaces, but you know what? Last week when I left y'all, I had some open spaces and we ended up doing our holiday lights walk downtown because it was like 60 degrees on Friday night and that was really nice. And it was only crowded around Market Square, so we got in and out of there. And we did do the North Park Laser Show. That was good. I would recommend if you are local and you are gonna do it, go, they say get there 30 to 45 minutes early, get there 45 because they don't have the cars angled towards the screen. Everybody is facing front. So if you're here and the screen is here, like what happened to us, you have to turn your body and you might be blocked by some people who have their hatch open inexplicably, even though the thing is in front of them, and they have their overhead light on in their car, which diminishes the effect of the lasers. But really cool, really enjoyed it, liked it a lot. Phipps is now closed, I think, because we did enter lockdown. I wrote that on here too. Lockdown Regatta began again at 12:01 a.m. Saturday. So I think Phipps is closed. It was really nice. It was very safe. We always go at 9 o'clock at night when there's nobody there anyway, but it was even more empty and safe than normal. Zoo Lights was really nice. It is pricey. It is like $60 for like 30 minutes of Ogilvy lights, but it's something to do that's very, very safe. And yeah, so if you can afford the 60 bucks, I would highly recommend doing it. Cultivate Your Year Live was awesome. I'll post it up in the cards here. I did do a recap of what that was like for goal planning, and so that was really good. And in 2021, I'm going to be doing weekly or monthly videos of my power sheets, so you'll see more of that. So my point was, I didn't have this quite as filled out as it is now when the, oh, I have to check these off. Do this. I didn't have it as filled out as it at the beginning or when at the finish of my Plan With Me video as it is by the end of the week. So I'm gonna not stress about the fact that I have all this open white space. Once the week comes to it, I will come up with more ideas. So, okay, that's where we are for the week. Please, everybody, keep your fingers crossed that this root canal is really not that bad. It's 4 hours. I'm gonna be under for it. They're gonna do a bunch of cavity fixes, the root canal, and a cleaning, so I don't have to worry about my teeth. And then we will hopefully I'll be able to eat like pancakes, and I'll just eat pancakes all day. That's my hope. Okay, anyway, I love you all. Please be safe out there. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I will see you in my next video. I am currently publishing videos every day between now and Christmas. After that, it goes to a 2 to 3 videos a week schedule. I only talk about cults some of the time, but I do always talk about cults at least some of the time. So take care, everybody. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Pet your dog. And I love you all. Bye.